Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're looking at the SPY, the IWM, the Qs, the DIA, and the IYT. We follow the daily, weekly, monthly time frames. We use technical analysis here at StockBookie.com. If you like these videos, go to my website, sign up, it's free, or click down here in the right-hand bottom corner and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Attention traders, if you're looking for a new broker, check out CobraTrading.com. Best in the business, been using these guys for years. If you're an active trader, check these guys out. Again, CobraTrading.com, and please tell them StockBookie sent you. All right, guys, so daily chart, 90 million on the day, $1.78 down, or 0.72% red on the day. It wasn't even really a big red day, guys. We came right into the moving averages, the 50 and the 20 MA, and we know what happens, guys. Pop goes the weasel, and we have the major trend line, and we have a 382 retrace down in here as well. We did have a slight gap fill. I mean, it just missed it here. I would have to go back and actually measure it, but that's where it popped up and closed above. We talked about last week, this thing going to be chopping around. If it does stay above the 20 and the 50 and continues chopping, then we'll most likely go to the 250, 255, 260 area if it can stay buoyant and stay above the moving averages. If it slowly grinds below this trend line, below the MAs, and this one up here as well. Remember, we broke out, looked like it was going, and boom, right back down. So if this goes down and then starts chopping around sideways down here, that will be slightly bearish. If it moves up and just continues going up and down like this, still bullish, still above the MAs. Let's see what this one gives us in the next couple of days here. We got news driving the markets, the hurricanes coming through, Trump blabbing his mouth, all that good stuff. So stay buoyant in these markets, guys, especially if you're long. If you're short, you know, we could see a little more downside coming out. But let's see what happens going into tomorrow and Thursday. And let's see if this thing could develop a pattern going into the Friday close. So right now, nothing wrong. 90 million. Volume picked up a little bit. But again, still above the MAs. 200 as well. Nothing wrong with the SPY. Great trading day, though, today, guys. Oh, my gosh, it was a great day. IWM, same thing. Got above here, got to the 618. We talked about gap fill. Boom, right back down, guys. So let's see if we could stay above this 50 MA, start chopping around. Remember, this is the one that was lagging. You must be watching my videos because all of a sudden, out of the blue, gets a bid for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days. 4 days straight up. Because you know everybody bought puts on this one. They brought it down a little bit to get more people on board, and then the squeeze continues, guys. It's grandma's way of showing her love over and over again. But IWM, guys, still lagging. This little bit of a reversal knocked out this day, almost took out 2 days in 1 day. We did close right at 139.16, so it's holding the 139 area. Let's see if we could go down and close this gap tomorrow and get below these 50 and 20 MA. Well, not even tomorrow. I think we're going to probably stall out again, decay some of these puts and call options. You know how it works, guys. You're just going to hold it here for 5 weeks. Maybe a slow grind up to really put the puts in pain. But for me, guys, we're just in and out, and that's it. We do have a lot of swing trades on. We're short mostly all of them, and we're going to hold them. Let's let them come in one at a time, guys. I don't really care. The swing trades, it's just set them and forget them, and when they come in, guys. It's pretty simple. IWM, though, 21 million. Volume was okay, but could not hold gap fill, could not hold above the 50. The 618 retrace took it right back down. So we had some news too that didn't help the matter. But this one was down almost 1% on the day. 135 red and 21 million. Volume was okay. So again, yeah, a little bit lagging, but nothing to really worry about yet. I want to see more volume holding this thing up. So the Qs, guys, nice volume today, came right back in, but look what it did. Filled the gap, went to this trend line, boom, right back up. It didn't even touch the 20 or the 50, and bam, right back up. We talked about this thing consolidating above the trend line, above the moving averages. So far, so good. Let's see what we get the next couple of days. If we stay above, then we're looking at 150 to 155, 160. This thing starts to slip. We're just going to have to see what happens. Every time it's about to slip, guys, boom, it goes right back up. So until we get some massive selling volume and this one really starts to come in, we're just going to stay and chop. So be careful with puts. Be careful with even calls now, because they could just decay them both, and go both ways on these things. So, but right now, still above the breakout area. Still looking okay. Volume wasn't bad. This one was down, what was it down? 0.9%. Not almost 1%, nothing great, but gap fill, trend line held. Let's see what happens going into tomorrow, and especially the Friday close. Let's see if they can hold this thing up. I mean, this is, if you go back, this is what these guys are doing. They grind it up for a month and a half, 2 months, sideways, grind it, little bit of a pullback, grind it, little bit of a pullback, then kind of shake it up and down, comes back to double bottom here, boom, right back up, shaking, shaking, shaking. I mean, this isn't a bad bullish pattern. It's a very choppy. Then we get the breakout for 3 days and then a little bit of a pullback. It's not holding. Let's see if this move is true and real. If it is, 150, 155. If it isn't, I still think we're coming down here to 132, possibly lower. So be careful with this. And it's really not giving us too much, guys. I mean, you're back above the MAs, same old bullish stance, same old light volume crap. I mean, look at the light volume on the up moves, and then the heavy moves or the down moves, the heavy volume comes in. So watch for the volume, guys. Very, very important in these markets. The DIA, same thing. This one came in a little bit more, though. Here's that trend line we drew in last week. Couldn't even make it there, guys. Gap lower, and boom, right to the 50 MA. And the 250 retrace, this is where it's getting a slight bounce. Now we can even draw this in here too. We have a little bit of a trend line there as well. So let's see, we got the trend line on top, trend line on bottom. We're forming a pennant. Will it crack? Will it just reverse, go right back up like we normally do? Or is this time the one time where we start cracking and start going towards the 207? Or this low pivot here around 205.88. Remember, inside this bar still, this was slightly bullish, started to move up. Couldn't hold, got to the top of the inside bar, trend line, bam, right back down. So keep an eye out for that, guys. Look at the volume too. We had 38 million on the day, or 3.8 million on the day, and boom, some selling. We start getting, the 1.4, stuff like that. It just can't, it just floats. We get the volume coming in, a little bit of selling, boom. But the 50 MA held it, trend line held it. Keep an eye on that. Let's see if this thing can stay up in this area. We could probably put a small, you know what? I'm just going to stick this one on there just to see. I'm going to take a tighter retrace. Go to that high over here. Yeah, same thing, 250 retrace. So that's holding it up. It even closed to 217.68. Last 67. Wow, right on top of this 250 retrace. So again, nothing wrong with this one. Still up in this area. Just keep an eye on these markets, guys. Some selling could come in. I'm thinking more towards October, but we're in an 8.5-year bull rally, guys. This can happen at any time. Stay awake in these markets. So let's go back to the IYT. Again, another lagging indicator, just like the IWM. A lot of people say this is old. Oh, when transports lag, the IWM lag. That's a Dow theory, blah, 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 whatever they want to call it. But you know what? It's just the way it is. We go back into this trend line, triple top, gets rejected off the 50 MA, gap fill, boom, right back down. Still above the 20 and the 200 MA. Let's see if this one holds. Again, though, weak. Make it, it just can't hold its own, guys. And it makes the high, then another pivot high, a lower pivot high, a lower pivot high. It's got to get above these pivots, guys, especially around the 2 or the 172, 172.43. If you get above that, then you're going to turn slightly bullish until we fill this gap here. If it gets above there, then boom, you're going to 175 to 180, 185 or higher. This thing kind of chops around here, then it could be possibly setting up for higher prices. If it slips and comes right back into the lower areas down here, 164 to 162, this is going to crack. We'll be going right down here, guys, 157.52. Once we hit that, then we're going to see if we can start filling some gaps down here. So I still think we're going back to the lows of November, which is 141. It's just a matter of time, guys. It's a Trump trade, guys. It's okay. Everything's great. Remember, Janet Yellen's raising rates, stopping, unwinding the massive experiment, monetizing the debt, printing money. Oh, we're unwinding it. Everything's great. Just a matter of time now, guys. So watch, keep an eye on this. If this starts to slip and come down to here and this 162.38 cracks, boom, we're going to the next level, which will be the 157.64. Just stay buoyant in these markets, guys. Don't go heavy with the trade size. If you're doing some intraday stuff, get in, take the profit, get out. Just make quick strikes and get out and say thank you very much. So, all right. Again, thanks for stopping by. I really do appreciate you guys watching my videos. Comments are great. You guys are great. Love you. And hopefully we can make some more money in these markets in the next couple of weeks, guys. Again, stay buoyant. Thanks again for stopping by. God bless. See you on the charts.